So, hi everyone, how you guys doing? So, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm gonna talk about my experience in the city of Hue, in the central of Vietnam. I was saying in the other video, the last video that I posted. After Ninh Binh, I actually took a sleep bus. It took me like 14 hours to get to Hue. I spent like 2 days over there, and it went pretty cool, I would say. So I left Ninh Binh almost in the late afternoon, and I got in Hue in the morning. And I actually I booked like this tour of the Imperial City. The same day I was going to Hue, and right after getting to the city, I just went to the hostel where I was going to be sleeping for 2 days. And right after having done breakfast and having done the check-in, I went actually to the tour, and I would say that was pretty cool. And actually, I'm gonna talk about the history, and so you guys have more information. I didn't remember actually a lot because I mean, it was like 4 months ago when I visited the city, and plus our tour guide was speaking in English that it wasn't understandable. We couldn't understand what he was saying, so that's why I looked up some information on the internet. So I'm gonna make I'm gonna give you guys some details about the city of Hue. And also I'm gonna show you some pictures about it, some videos as well, so you can guys see what I was. So Hue used to be the imperial capital of Vietnam, starting in 1802, where the Emperor Long unified the country after years of war. It chose Hue because it was, and it is today, still in the middle of Vietnam, and it's naturally protected by mountains and rivers. So it was very strategic, but also very symbolic. For more than 140 years, this was the center of the power for the Nguyen Dynasty. So every big decision and ceremony and ritual happened over there. We started at the Imperial City, and the first thing we noticed is that this wasn't a place for normal people, because if you weren't like royalty or a high-ranking official, you weren't getting anywhere near this area. The city is built in layers, so there is first the citadel, then the Imperial City, and then deep inside there is the forbidden Purple City, which was the emperor's private space. Even important officials couldn't enter this place without permission. Walking around the city, actually, we realize how this place has been through a lot. During the Vietnam War in 1968, it was a battlefield. Most of the things were bombed by bombings and fire, and most of the things were left in ruins. And in 1993, actually, it became a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and that changed everything, because actually a restoration project started, and what you see today is like a mix of original buildings and rebuilt structure, and also some of the things were untouched, just to remind people of the past. So I really recommend you go over there in the Imperial City. After walking around the Imperial City, we took a boat across the Perfume River. This river is a big part of Hue's identity. It's called that way because back in the day, flowers from the forest upstream would fall into the water and give it a nice fragrance. And then we arrived to the Tien Mu Pagoda, probably the most famous pagoda in Hue. The first thing you notice is this 7-story tower. You can see it from far away. It's kind of like a symbol of the city. The pagoda was built in early 1600s, way before Hue became even the imperial capital. There's like a legend behind it, because people say that an old woman dressed in red appeared on this hill and told actually the locals that a lord would build a pagoda there to bring prosperity on the land. And so when the local ruler actually heard the story, he actually believed it, and he built the Thian Mu pagoda on this exact spot. Later we visited Khai Dien's tomb. Khai Dien ruled in the early 1900s during the French colonial times when Vietnamese emperors had very limited power. It was controversial and many people didn't like him, but his tomb is one of the most unique in Vietnam. The architecture is a mix of Chinese, Vietnamese and European styles. You can see Roman colors and also French details. The walls and the ceiling are covered in detailed mosaic made from broken porcelain and glass. The statue sits under a ceiling of 9 dragons, symbolizing imperial power, but it's not actually buried there. His real tomb is hidden underground in a secret location to protect it from people who can steal things from robbers, basically. And after the tour, the next day, actually we went to the Bach Ma National Park. We did a hiking, a 4 hours hiking. And it was pretty cool. It was amazing. It was a bit cloudy, so we couldn't see actually the landscape at the beginning. But then the place was pretty cool, and actually, I think it's the day where I actually sweat the less when I was in Vietnam. Or maybe I think Dalat. I think Dalat was a bit cooler than Bach Ma National Park. But it was pretty good, you know. After many days being in Vietnam, where there is a high temperature and I think like 70-80% of humidity, that was a pretty great place to be, the Bach Ma National Park. And I want to thank the guy who was taking the pictures and was making the video. And I was actually at the back of the group, as you're gonna see in a while, because I wanted him to make a picture for me. So I want to thank him for taking pictures and also making some videos about the tour. Otherwise I wouldn't have been able to show you guys, and also hope you guys can enjoy it.
I'm first aid trained.
You can put
You're
your
first aid trained. I ran a course.
Hiểm lắm đó. May mắn mới có được á.
Vous avez bonne chance, hein, la famille de David. Hein? Oh,
Il est super beau.
Mai sao hến nữa nhỉ?
Is it a little bit chunky or?
Une photo. Đây là nốt em ghi
J'ai pris la moi.
Allez, d'accord.
Tu me vois plus. Salut, ouais.
It's got a smell like oaky a little bit because it's kind of old. You can see, not too big, just for meeting and eating sometimes. And up there is a helicopter zone. It's kind of far again. Not too much up there. Normally it's gonna 15 to 20 person in here.
So after visiting the Imperial City, we went hiking in Bach Ma, and this place has way more history than you would expect from just looking at it. The name Bach Ma means white horse, and there is actually an old legend that clouds around the peak sometimes looked like a white horse resting on the mountains, and that's where the name comes from. But long before it became like a national park, this place was actually a French hill station. In the early 1900s, during the French colonial times, the French were always looking for cooler places to escape the heat. They discovered that Bach Ma had fresh air, lower temperatures, and amazing views, so they started building villas up there. At one point, there were like hundreds of French villas and roads hidden in the mountains. But then the French left, and during the Vietnam War, Bach Ma became strategically important. Because of its height, elevation, and location near the coast and the former demilitarized zone, it was used as a military observation and communication area. The mountains gave clear views and over the surrounding region, which made it valuable for monitoring movements. Some part of the park were actually affected by bombings and military activity, and many of the old French buildings were damaged and destroyed during this time. And after the war, actually, after the war, the area was abandoned and left to the jungle. For decades, Bach Ma was completely overgrown and almost forgotten. In 1991, it was officially declared a national park, and that's when conservation really started. Today, it's one of the most biodiverse area in Vietnam.
The view nice. Down there, it's better.
What?
It's good. Yeah.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a bit of an historic part of this video, because I mean it was very important, and most of the things I couldn't understand what the tour guy was saying, and also some of the things I forgot, so I have to look it up on the internet. So I hope you guys enjoy that part of the video as well. I recommend you also to go to Hue, visiting the things that I actually visited. And also the city of Hue, which is not as big as maybe Hanoi or other cities. It's not as chaotic as Hanoi. It has a nice center. There are some bars, some nice restaurants. Actually, we went in some restaurants with some girls that I met during the Imperial City tour. After the Imperial City tour, actually we went to some kind of restaurant with typical traditional Vietnamese dish. And it was pretty fine. Then we went to drink some beers in some place that was really cool. And actually, those are the things that I actually appreciate most about these kind of trips. The people that you meet, not only the Vietnamese people, but also people who travel with you, make this kind of travel more exciting. Awesome, I would say. So I'm really glad that I found this kind of people. So I recommend you the city of Hue. And so for those of you who have any kind of question, just ask me in the comments down below. And hopefully you guys you enjoyed this kind of video. And I'll see you in the next video with another city. And subscribe to the channel and like the video. Bye bye.